Hey, I'm on a couple minutes early so that I can, ooh, crooked, let everybody, whoever come, and then I will get started exactly at 6 because I don't want to be long. So, if you are joining me, don't forget to grab something to do. But today is really going to be about an announcement, and so um, I'm gonna try my best not to look down so I won't miss stuff because I realize that the comments don't post once the video goes live, which I think is good because we kind of had conversations and things going back and forth. But I think that's also a good thing. Hey, Judith. Hey, thanks for joining me. Um, that it means that we can have kind of like a conversation and it's here. But if you ask a question and you get an answer, then that means you either need to watch the video back or you need to make sure that you kind of write it down because I did not take notes last time. And so we have one more minute. Who else is joining me? I see several people. Tell me also, do you guys like Facebook Live? Do you like YouTube Live? Do you like Instagram Live? Like, what's your preference? Tell me that, like if you can comment now because you know it'll go away. But if you can pop that up, that'd be pretty cool to see because it is almost 6. And I'm so excited. Like, I hope you all like this as much as y'all know I get excited. I get excited, and I be wondering if other people are as excited as I am about the idea. But, it's like that sometimes. Okay, 6 o'clock. So, thank you all for joining me. My name is Dana with essenceofme.com, which has not been updated. Hello, Regina. And, the Freedom Please channel, which also shows Essence of Me, but I love to say that because that's how I got started. So in our last crafters blog, we talked about doing something. I've had many requests to either do hello peace. I don't know what your name is. Hello Samantha. I guess I should say hellos, huh? So tell me who's all here and I'll say my hellos as it goes on. You all have wanted me to do tutorials. You've wanted me to do swabs, and we talked about that in the last live vlog. And I'm not going to rehash all of that because you can go back and see the live video. But don't forget, if you haven't done so, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to get notifications as well. So here is what my idea is, and I wanted to do this today because if you are anywhere near either a Joann's, a Hobby Lobby, a Michael's, a lot of them have Memorial Day sales. And so I wanted to tell you today in case you need to go out and get your stuff. So here is the dealio. I wanted to do something where everybody that pretty much crafts and watches my channel can participate. So whether you knit, crochet, or quilt, I believe there's something that you can do with this. Right now we're just going to call it a craft, and then what I want to do is in November we will have time to finish it over the course of the summer, which may take us all a little while, and then in November we will plan a swap for early December for what you make during this craft. Okay, so here we go. So what we're going to do is each pick our own project. We're going to make either a cowl or a scarf, and you're going to pick your own medium. So you're going to either do crochet, you're going to do knit, you're going to do and I'm going to say quilt and sew in the same category because technically you don't want to put batting, so we're going to say sew. And this is how you're going to do it. You're going to get your supplies. I'm going to suggest for everybody that's doing either knitting or crochet, pick a worsted weight yarn and pick something that you will want to wear against your skin. I don't want you all to go out and buy a ball of $30 yarn, but I'm planning to use Barocco Comfort because that's my favorite acrylic yarn. And you're going to need somewhere between about two skeins depending on how much yardage you'll get. I think another great one would be with love, whether you're doing crochet or knit, and pick colors that you love and that you would give as a gift because you would want to receive it as a gift. Okay, because this is going to be something that we will do for a swap later. So 2 to 3 skeins of yarn, worsted weight. And if you're going to crochet, I would suggest either a 5 millimeter to 5.5, which is what I would use. If you're doing knitting needles, I would suggest an 8. That's an 8 that I normally use. So just the standard size. And here's what we're gonna do. Actually, let me grab it. Hold on. I should have been prepared. I'll be right back. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Hold on, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm live. And so this is what you're gonna need to get. You're gonna need to get, oh, and for sewers, you're probably gonna need about a yard. And what I would suggest is actually a half a yard of maybe one fabric and a half a yard of another fabric, or you can just do a full yard of one fabric. And what you're going to do is you're going to sew a cowl. And of course, sewing is going to go so much faster for some people, but if you I'm going to explain how you can do it differently. Okay, so get your supplies. Now you know what those supplies are. And the second thing that I'm going to ask you to get is some sort of stitch dictionary for the crocheters or for the knitters. Here's an example. This was a gift from one of my subscribers, but here's an example. This is for knitting. You can find them for crochet. You can find them and you can find them print. You can find them used. You can buy them new. You can even find them in Kindle, or an electronic reader. If you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription like I do, then they even have some free stitch dictionaries, and there also are free stitch directories online. So you don't have to buy a book, but I think you should have a stitch book of whatever your medium is. It's usually about $10, maybe $15 on the high end. This one is a little bit more, but it's because it's a hardback and it's a lot of stitches. So now, for people that are either, for people that want to do the sewing or quilting, you want to do the same exact thing, but you want to find a book that has blocks for quilting blocks. But listen, if you're doing quilting blocks, you want to do maybe something that's like less than 12 inches, anywhere between 6 to 9 inches. Because remember, if you're doing a scarf, it would be like yay high, right? So get your supplies. Get some sort of book that either has stitches or that has blocks. And if you're doing the quilt version, I would strongly suggest you pick blocks that go through your book. Go through your book once you get it, and you're going to identify some ones that you just know you like. And I'm going to explain everything else during our live videos, okay? So get your supplies, get your book, okay? Little kind of things that I would suggest as you do this. Find stuff that you would love to work with. Find either materials that you always wanted to use but you haven't used them before. If you crochet but you've never done a knit project and you want to and you know how to knit, maybe you should try to knit. I mean, I've always used swaps to try out new things because I always find that it's fun, and I don't quit because I know I want to give it to somebody. What else will you need? Let me read my notes. Okay, so once you get all of your supplies, what we're going to do is meet once a month. And once a month I will do a live video, and when we come on the live video, you're gonna come and bring your project and work, and I'm gonna tell you how to identify what stitch you're going to use for that repeat, and I'm going to explain that too. So if you've never used a stitch dictionary, in our first meeting, which I'll tell you the date in a little bit, I'm going to kind of explain how to use a stitch dictionary for knitting and crocheting. And I think quilting will probably be the easiest, but I'll explain that a little bit too. Another thing to those, if you decide you want to do like a quilt version, it may be that instead of even doing full yardage, you maybe want to do like a half a yard for the backing, because I'm doing quotes, and then for the front, maybe even use fat quarters or just little pieces, because if you decide to do blocks, you don't need big chunks. You're just going to need nice size, pieces to be able to create the blocks. So you have your materials. Oh, and then what we're gonna do, we'll meet once a month. I'll tell you all how much you need to do between the in between times. I think it'll be plenty of time to do other projects, but also come together. Also, I will be asking for you all to like share progress pictures, and you can choose to either post them on Essence of Me, the fan page on Facebook, or you can email them to me, and you can do that. I probably, when we come back to our first meeting, I'll tell you all how to do updates. But be prepared to just share updates, because that's what's going to make all of this fun. And if I need to, I can make a group on Ravelry, but I really don't want to have to man a group. I'd really love for us to just be able to do this once a month and have fun and answer questions and see what everyone's progress is, and to be able to interact with it. Another option will be that I can gather the pictures and just do a blog post with the pictures, or a landing page with the pictures, so we can all see them. I think that would be so much fun. And then, and I am going to, oh, so once this is all said and done, what's going to happen is we will have a group of people that will make it to the end. We'll have it, so we won't be doing anything in July. We'll start the first meeting in June. That'll be June, July, August, September, October. So I'm thinking we'll do 5 meetings once a month. 5 meetings. That means we'll have plenty of time to finish whatever we're making. Because I know for me, I will probably knit something, and that means it takes me a really long time to knit. So 5 months. And then in November, everybody will be finishing up their things and sending in their pictures. And then once you all send in your pictures, then I'm going to tell you all a special way that I plan to handle the swap. And then the swap will be the item that you've made with the care package. Okay? So that means everybody, y'all know I like gifts. Everybody will get a care package with a handmade something the first part of the first part of December, after all the information comes together in November. So that's my idea. How does it sound? Tell me, because you all are very quiet. But I think this will be so much fun, and I hope that it will be helpful to get outside of your comfort zone and do something different and not do it alone. Now, with all of that said, I will, y'all know I normally do not do like very like introductory stitch videos. Awesome. Thank you, Samantha. But if you feel like you would like to see something with the basic like knit, purl, single crochet, double crochet, triple crochet, or treble crochet, depending on how you say it, then let me know. But you think you missed it? Okay, well then stick around, because we're almost done. That means you can go back to the top and I'll do a recap at the end. But let me know if you think you would need those basic stitches, and I'll try to do something real easy, like where you can see my hands. But the wonderful thing about YouTube is that you can get those stitches anywhere. And I will also try to do it's better if I do it live, because see, when you record a video, you sometimes have to get permission if you show somebody's book. And so that's why I didn't want it that everybody had to pick the same book. Another thing is, I feel like a lot of us buy these books, we buy these patterns, but we never use them. And so I really would hope that it's something that you already have, and that you really don't have to go purchase anything. Yay! Thank you, Amanda. I'm looking forward to you joining us. And so so the best bet to everybody concerning this is to go to what you already have. Hello, Margaret. Go to what you already have. Find 2 to 3 skeins of yarn for the knitters or the crocheters. For people that want to either sew or / quilt, go to your stash, go to your remnants, and start gathering. And what you need to do is put together a box or a bag of everything. And this is going to be the Essence of Me craft along. And so gather your stuff, and if I was quilting, which I may do more than one just in case we need like an angel donation, but if I was doing it, I would have the 2 to 3 skeins, my stitch book. Like I have one for crochet, I have one for knit, and then I have one for quilting. And in our first video, I will show a little bit more. But right now, you're going on a scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt with Dana. Go through your stuff, put it in a bag, put it in a box, and then we're going to get back together next Sunday at 6 p.m. So you have 1 week to get your stuff together. Now look, let me get this date. The date is June 4th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, same place. But look, y'all, don't ask me to do this and have me all alone, all on my lonesome. Y'all will hurt my feelings, okay? Y'all been asking for this for like 2 or 3 years. So let's do this together. But gather your stuff. And then if you have questions afterwards, then put them on this video because it will pop up and I'll try my best to answer them like right through my phone so that you all can get your supplies together. But the reality is most of you all are crafters. Like I have very few people that watch the crafters blogs that are not crafters. So most of you already have it. If you're sewing, don't forget your yarn. I mean your thread. You know you're going to need thread, right? But you already have the stuff. So get it together. We'll be back on Sunday on June 4th, and when we come back on Sunday, I'm going to give you your instructions for the first like little stint of this, and it's not going to be hard. Like you will have a choice of how to do this, but I think it's going to be fun. Okay, so with all of that said, recap: 2 to 3 skeins of yarn, stitch dictionary for either knit or crochet. If you are on the side of sewing/quilting, you'll need, I'm guessing, probably about a yard or so of yarn of fabric. Make sure whatever you choose on the yarn side is acrylic. But can I just ask this huge favor? Don't do the regular red heart yarn. But tell me again what supplies I need. I'm new at this, but I'm very excited. Okay. I would strongly suggest red heart, what is it, with love, something soft, because we're going to be making either a cowl or a scarf. So something that won't feel itchy or whatever against somebody's neck. If you decide to use the regular red heart, then you'll probably need to just hand wash it before you actually prepare to send it out in the gift bag. So you could look at carrying 1 pound, which means 1 pound would be more than enough. You can do more than one color if you want to. That's all up to you. But just make something that you would want to receive. Okay, so make something that someone would get very excited about receiving. For the I think so too, Amanda. For the sewing/quilting side, I think, you know, same thing. Pick colors that you like. 100% cotton. I really don't have any issue with Joann's fabric, and right now they have a 60% off coupon. It's okay. We're almost done, and you're gonna love this, Miss Marilyn. So okay, so get your supplies. For quilting/sewing, you're going to also need some sort of block book, like a basic block book. Oh no, y'all, see, we can't look. Y'all gonna make me get on you. Find some sort of block book, and if you don't have a block book, go on to YouTube or Google, and you're gonna need like 5 different blocks that you want to use. I don't use because it's a problem. Use something like Cascade. No, there's no problem with that at all. I want you to use what you have, but here's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to make it so that people had to go and buy something that's outside of your price range, right? Because I don't like when, now I like to receive something that's nice and gushy, but I wasn't there when I started, and I don't want somebody that just started to feel like they're being left out, because that's not where they are. So if you get the acrylic, that's why, like me, I like Barocco, but some people think it's expensive, but I would use Barocco. And here's the deal, and actually I'm gonna say that to the end. Supplies, some sort of stitch dictionary, and we will meet once a month. And what I'm going to try to do is just stick to the first Sunday at 6 p.m. of June, July, August, September, October, for 5 months. And then we'll come together, and then in November, that's when I'll start announcing how we're going to do the swap. So over that course of time, you should be learning something new for yourself while making something very nice to give to someone else. Okay? So it's going to be for a gift. It's not for you, okay? But we'll do this together, okay? Any questions so far before I kind of give you all? Y'all, we doing good on time. Before I kind of give y'all my little motivational pep talk, encouragement, little piece at the end. Any questions? Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to notifications. And so, oh, and we do have to, we can make anything. No, I'm gonna explain to you what, great question. Second Nature asks, are we gonna make anything? No, we're not gonna make just anything. We're gonna make either a scarf or a cowl, and I'm gonna explain the next steps at our on next Sunday. So right now you're just gathering your supplies, and the great thing about this is everybody's finished product will be different. I think that's gonna be so cool. Anyways, which is why I want to see pictures. I know. So, and so she said, yay. I think it's a yay. And that's why I want to be able to share the pictures. Because if we share, and that may be why I need to do a rivalry. I'll think about that. And maybe I'll put a vote in this video. But people usually don't come back. So I don't know. We'll see. But it's that everybody will make something different. Everybody will be able to learn a new craft. And then you'll be able to give something to someone else. Any questions before I get to the last bit? I see 17 of y'all here. Going once, going twice. Okay. So with all of that said, in the end, you all know, well, I hope you know, I'm not going to assume you know, this is not just about, the sake of just making something. I think us making something together is fun, but at the same time, it's a way to relax. It's a way to get better at your craft. And it's also a way for someone that is new to come in and learn. We're making this go. Yes. Yes, Ms. Marilyn. Now, the question was, we're going to make a cowl or scarf, and you're going to need like 5 blocks. If you're quilting, you're probably going to need more than 5 blocks, because think of it this way, unless you do really large blocks. Can we do cross stitch on a quilting scarf? You sure can, and that will be so beautiful. It was asked, can we do cross stitching on a quilt block? Yes. This will be a great time for you to practice your embroidery if you're doing a quilt block, because you could even do just solid blocks with some really nice fabric and do some hand stitching on it and practice some sort of embroidery stitches. I think that'll be great too. You won't need batting. We're not going to use batting, but you would just use, you would need fabric in the front and fabric on the back side. So it'll be, 2 pieces that will be sewn together into a tube. And I will end up doing a video for how to finish what we make. So everybody may be different, but I'll help doing some finishing videos. So in the end, what I wanted to do this for community purposes. I understand that, especially after the last video, that so many of us do not have, some don't have quilt shops or places that they can take classes, and some may not have the time. And watching a video, even if it's after the fact, is a way that you can be connected while still being right where you are. And so I hope that you will take advantage of this opportunity to just come together. I know that the summers are busy. If you're anything like me, it seems like the summers are all about your kids and your family, and this will be a little slice of heaven, for you. Okay. As you do this, though, I hope that you will also do this with someone else in mind. I think that's the other part of crafting, like that we can do something and give of ourselves, give of our hearts to someone else. And I would really love for you to do this with someone else in mind. If you're making something, make the best and most beautiful something that you can make to give to someone else. You have seen me do a million unboxings. I get excited every single unboxing. I understand that I love to get gifts. But there's something about someone else making something for you with you in mind, even if you don't know who's going to get it. It's not really about, when you do the care package, it will be about that person. But right now, it's just about putting love into it and giving it your best effort. Your best effort. Okay? So, I think this is the best way that I could do it without leaving out any of my crafters. And if there's someone else that we can kind of, if you want to do a hybrid, it's just so flexible. So put on your creative hat, have fun, and let's do this thing together. I plan to do, I'm probably going to do something knit, and who knows, I may end up doing all three because I know what I'm doing, and I think I will need to plan to have some angel projects in case somebody is unable to, turn in their things. And if somebody wants to make more than one and you want to explore all three mediums, I think that would be awesome too. Okay, so less than 5 minutes. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me late notice. I hope that you're planning to join me on this journey. And I hope that this is something that you all can feel like you can be a part of and be rock stars together, and Essence of Me community kind of coming together and doing something together. So any questions? We have 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes. If not, I will actually get us out on time. Going once, going twice. Alrighty. So you have your marching orders. I will see you all back here Sunday, June 4th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are knitting or crocheting, you want to purchase, I'm saying 2 to 3 skeins. That's going to be somewhere like around 8 to 1,200 yards of yarn, acrylic. Now, if you want to go, don't go too small on that, because if you go too small, it'll take you even longer to do. Find the accompanying size of your hook or needle. So hook, I'm thinking around 5 to 5.5 on a crochet hook, around 8 on the knitting needles. And then if you are sewing / quilting, you're going to need about 1 yard to 2 yards of fabric. You want a solid piece, at least a half a yard for the backing, and maybe pull together some things that you have from either charm packs, fat quarters, and in all of this, choose something that you would love to receive. If it's scratchy when you pick it up, it's going to be scratchy on their neck. So don't do scratchy. Like, let's love on our sisters or brothers, whoever is going to do this with us. And don't forget to get any ancillary things that you need, like thread. Don't forget, the other thing is get you some sort of stitch dictionary or block book for the quilters for your medium. So a stitch dictionary for crochet, a stitch dictionary for knit. If you need ideas on how to do that, put it in the comment section after this video goes live, and I will try to put some links in the comment box. But you can buy it used, you can buy it new, you can get an ebook, you can go through your stash of what you already have. There are tricks, and that's why I say if you already have it and you need to soften it up, that's fine. But do what you need to do to make sure that you're giving the best gift. Like, we don't want to be that person that they re-give something or they give something that they wouldn't want to receive. That's all. So that's why I'm not putting a brand on it, right? And the comment was that there's so many ways to soften up the actual project, and that's true, and that's fine. But we just want to give our best, so just give your best. In the end, have fun, right? Next week, I'm going to explain the first step. We're going to do this for 5 months, meeting on the first Sunday of every month. If I think it's going to change, I will announce it as we go, because it's the future is in the Lord's hands. All we have is today. But over the next 5 months, and then in November, we will come together. Yep, a stitch dictionary, either new or used. In November, by the time we get to November, we should have our finished projects. And then I'm going to explain to you how we will do the swap. And the swap will be done with a care package that everybody will receive around the first part of December. So that's it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you are excited. I'm going to get together my stuff. I already know what I'm going to use for my yarn. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do for my quilting. But I'm excited. I may even have to do some tutorials to come together. But if you all need some additional help, you can reach me here by leaving a comment. Thank you. You can reach me on Facebook by going to Essence of Me. Go to the fan page, you all. Go to the fan page. You can also reach me on Instagram by Paulette, by Miss Marilyn, Dana Pittman online if you have comments. But the best place is to leave it on the video, because if you leave it on the video, other people can find it. And y'all, I want us to start helping each other. Like, we all craft. So if we all craft, then if you have an answer, help your sister out, help your brother out. Like, it's not just all about me. I want it to be about us. And that's what this is about. So I'm going to sign off because we are at 30 minutes and 21 seconds. Okay. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to you all joining me on this journey. I will talk with you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care and goodbye. I'm going to sit around for like less than a minute to make sure there's no goodbyes. But you all can sign out, or you're welcome. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Lois. I appreciate you all for joining me. I hope you all are planning to join me too. Thank you, Regina. Bye. Anybody else? Y'all, we had 21 people too. Yay. We have less than 5 seconds. Thank you so much. Don't forget to thumbs it up, and I will see you all next Sunday. Take care and goodbye.